It's Monday. After a fun-filled sports weekend, NBA All-Star, college basketball, professional wrestling, boxing, and so much more. The Flex Zone Podcast, your home for sports, pop culture, and more. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Episode 478. Keeping it great. NBA All-Star, was this the best one in recent memory? We watched it live. We'll talk about it. Dunk contest, skills competition, three-point shootout. All the fun stuff for the final All-Star game on TNT. And the Baltimore Ravens just continue to climb the goofy ladder. More allegations against Justin Tucker and a former potential Raven. Oh, he was driving under the influence, but we're under the influence of greatness. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 478, making your Mondays complete and starting your work week off with some hot sports content. Let's get to it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You guys know the drill. Vote on the poll. We want to hear from you, Flex Zone family. Episode 478 coming to you right after this. Episode 478, more exciting than changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. That's the only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
Episode 478, the Fantastic Four. Straight us, no chaser. No illustrious guest tonight. The fellas doing what we do best, giving you that sports, pop culture, and so much more. NBA All-Star, Justin Tucker, Ravens allegations, Ben Cleveland, Goofies. We got a loaded show. We know football is gone, but we are heating things up in the off season. We got so much content on the channel. We're going to tell you all about it and more coming this week. God's favorite host, Twitter, Instagram, Flex Zone 1, Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. And as always, throw your ones up. Acknowledge the hit of the sports podcast table and bat and lead off as we get closer to Orioles baseball. A little more about that later in the show. It is the one and only social media producer, the man who's been with me all weekend as well, the one and only Meat Man, my guy, Big Raj. I'm sure he's got a lot to say about those Ravens of Baltimore. I think limbo is the word he uses.
No water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking.
Big Raj.
Hey man, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy. If you saw me, I was on the other stream, acting a fool. You go back and watch that. But anyway, these Ravens. I wake up today and there's more Justin Tucker news, and man, it is what it is. And then we get Ben Cleveland on top of it. Ben had to be goofy as well. So I'm like, here we go. This is the off season for the Ravens, already starting.
The offseason gets interesting, and a potential guy that Cravante has on his Commanders offseason wish list may be staying put, but he's going to keep it pushing. Captain of the Goofy Ship, the co-founder, co-creator, and a man of the people, and he believes the children are indeed our future. And Jaden Daniels.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy. Jam. Oh, jam.
Come on now, say it with me. Everybody beats the Wiz.
Unnecessary. Mark, what up, baby? I don't know if y'all saw Mark's comment of
redefining the Tuck rule. Yeah, I seen Mark's bastardness. Yes. Yes.
Finish him, Daddy.
Hey, yo, that's hilarious. Another Monday evening, guys. It is the off season, and I'm just waiting for the Browns to stop BSing, man, and let that ball go. Let that ball be free. You understand me? But it's about soon, Byron. It's about that time to start these profiles soon. So get ready and gearing up for that. We got the 29th pick, so it's gonna be interesting. Haven't been here, guys, so I don't know what this feels. I don't understand what this really feels like, but
a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting. That's going to be a fun live stream. We both waiting. Like 27 and 29.
It's like 2 hours. How long is like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that?
Like 3.5.
And 29th, the last 4 picks is going to be, towards the end. So it's going to be interesting, but I can't wait for that time to come and us to do our profiles. But yeah, man, let's get this thing started.
Yeah, stay tuned. Maybe we get some combine watch along. Yeah, maybe if I'm home next week, we'll see. I know Raj loves the combine. We'll talk about that, but we cannot do the show without the OTC, the original DRE, the co-founder along with Cravante, Mr. Morgan State University, the pride of the East Side, the savior of misbehavior, the tribal chief. When he walks in the building, it's main event mafia time. What's going on, Trey?
Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I love you solo. Acknowledge me.
What's going on, fellas, man? I'm just happy to get this thing started, man.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure. Like I said, no guest tonight, but when it's us four together, you never know what might happen. So stay tuned. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. So much content on the channel. We're loving the energy. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers, by the way. So we may do a special stream for that. So keep hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll be live just about every day this week. So if you ain't tired of us yet, you will soon enough. Let's get to the Justin Tucker allegations, everybody. I did a quick video yesterday before I was out and about, and Raj and Dre, y'all had already posted it about what happened to him. 7 more accusers have come out, I believe, now bringing the total to 16. And these are from the years 2012 to 2016, first 5 years in the league. He's had, there are claims that he exposed himself, made intense eye contact. Hold on. Intense eye contact. There you go. Yeah. Intense eye contact and like I said, left bodily fluids. I'm gonna be PG. Bodily fluids.
Freaky man.
On the massage table. And then Ben Cleveland, Raj, we talked about a little bit. A potential free agent, a guy in a league where you need offensive linemen. If you didn't watch the Super Bowl, even mediocre offensive linemen are in high demand. He could make him some money this offseason. Never really got a chance with the Ravens. He gets arrested for DUI last week. News comes out today. What is going on with the Ravens, man? They're looking like the Browns or something with all the goofiness off the field.
I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I just don't get it. I'm so glad that Lamar's not like posting anything right now. He's off the grid since the botched award that he didn't get a couple weeks ago. So it's just like a shit show right now. It's like Justin was doing goofy things and now he's been exposed. And I mean, he's still innocent until proven guilty. But I mean, at this point, it's like everybody and their mother want to come out and get a piece of that Justin Tucker action. So I just don't know what's going on with him. I hope there's no more, but I think there's going to be more coming out. I think we do get to over 20. I think it's going to come. I think they have more in store for him. And the Ravens right now, I guess they're not going to say anything until the NFL Combine starts, I think next week. So they're keeping quiet as well. They're not saying anything. But it's annoying, man. It's annoying, and I just hate when this type of things happen to an organization like ours. It's like first we had the Ray Lewis thing, back in 2000 or 2001, and then we had the Jamal Lewis thing in 2004 or whatever. He did something, and then Suggs over the years he's been in things, and of course everybody and their mother knows about the Ray Rice situation, 10 plus years ago. So now we get this with Justin Tucker. He's out here wilding out and spas and stuff, ejaculating or whatever the hell they were saying, special sauces were laid out on tables or whatever. But bro, it's just ridiculous, man. And it's a really bad look for the Ravens, especially if they knew about it and they didn't really say anything and they covered it up. And when they find out they covered it up, it's gonna be on and popping for some people. So they had this situation, like I said, with Ray Rice when they tried to cover the video up and that ended up coming out and they look stupid in that spot as well. And if anything comes out where there's some video or there's something else coming out, then yeah, they're gonna look stupid as well in that too. So it's just a really bad look. And for you want me to talk about Ben Cleveland as well, or you gonna save that, Byron?
Go ahead with Ben Cleveland. Why are you rolling?
With Ben Cleveland, he's just being an idiot. A couple years ago, I had did like a YouTube short with Henry Ruggs from the Raiders when he was wilding out driving down in Vegas, and he ended up killing a lady and something, I think a lady and her dog or something like that. Similar situation with Ben Cleveland, man. He's out here wilding out, driving drunk. You should know better, man. You should know better not to do that. You've been in the NFL for at least 4 years now. You're a free agent, and this is the first thing you do is you're out there driving drunk. You have enough money to get chauffeured around. You don't have to do that. And I never understand why people do this. They go out, have some alcoholic beverages, and then they drive then they get so damn drunk and they go on the road. And they damn near almost killed somebody. I mean, look at Michael Jordan's son last week. He was on train tracks. He almost got himself killed, or him and his date or his girl or whatever she was. They almost got themselves because they was out there wilding out, driving drunk. But I just don't understand, man. It's just stupid to do that. I would not suggest anybody do that. If you're gonna have some alcoholic beverages, get a taxi, get a Uber, get a Lyft, get something, but just don't be out here driving drunk. And like I said before, this is another side eye for the Ravens as well. It's like, bro, it's like, can we get out the news for being goofy? Can we get out the news? Can we just get straight to the off season? Is something else going to happen? Is some other player going to do something stupid? We don't need this kind of stuff on us. We have enough with Lamar can't get over the hump, and John Harbaugh can't get over the hump. We have enough of this nonsense. So we just need to get out the news. Tucker, hopefully you didn't do it, but if you did, sir, it's curtains for you. It might be curtains for you anyway, but I don't know. Anyway, what's going on, Angie? What's going on? That's my 2 cents. My 2 cents on this.
Dre, if Dre stepped away, I'll go to you, Cavante, real quick. Go ahead, Cavante.
I think the timing is always interesting when it comes to allegations like this, where multiple people could essentially hop on, the bandwagon, so to speak, because this happened. We talking about shortly after the Super Bowl. This is when these allegations, things like that happen. Not to say that it didn't happen. It's just I wonder what is it that's like perfect. Let's do it now. Like I'm always interested to know the timing. Why the timing the way that it is for people like Justin Tucker and Watson, because Tucker's a kicker. Like how much money you think you finna get off of this? Or maybe this is the NFL, or they think the Ravens going to put in on this. But Deshaun Watson, of course, is a little bit different because that's quarterback money and all that. But the Justin Tucker thing is very, very interesting because we're talking about this was over 10 years ago from what reports say. But I'm always interested to understand the timing. Mark is interested. Angie, what's up, baby? Now Ben Cleveland, this is new. He had something on him too. Oh no. That's what his alcoholic
Apparently,
content.
that is very high, Cravante. I did Google it. That is very high. And keep in mind, he is a larger man, so
So
that
yeah,
would
he was
mean
he was
even
throwing them
more.
back.
Yeah,
He
right.
was throwing them things back. Cause that's a big guy. And what is it like 0.6 or 0.8? I don't know the numbers, but 0.6, 0.8 is
That's like double. He's like double the lemon, right?
he was out. He was
One big son of a bitch!
so I mean that's never a good idea because again, like Rod said, people die. People die like that. We talked about, way back when. It seems so long ago, but Henry Ruggs. Yeah, y'all remember that. Raj, Dre, Byron, y'all remember that. That was definitely one of my goofies of the week. Obviously not a funny one, but bro, you can't just be out drinking and just do whatever you want because you feel whatever you feel invincible. You in the NFL, you can't be touched. Like this is dumb. People be dying out there. Unfortunately, DUIs happen way more often than we like to admit, and people be dying. People be dying, and the craziest thing is that the person that's caused it don't even be dying. Like it's the craziest thing. Like you putting a lot of people's lives in danger, and it's very interesting, Raj, because you said that the Ravens are in the news. There's a lot of goofiness. Like it reminds me of the Commanders back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Before they got they messed together. It's just weird seeing the Ravens in this type of situation, especially with one of their more famous, at least in Baltimore, players, and Justin Tucker with that damn chicken. But very, very goofy, very, very goofy on both accounts. Justin Tucker, that's a no-no. You can't be doing that. And Ben Cleveland, that's a no-no. You cannot be doing that. Y'all are changing lives in the worst of ways. So y'all got to get that mess together.
Real quick, Jerry, before you go, I want to get your thoughts. This is a tweet from Ken McCusick. Shout out to Ken McCusick. I'm going to have to get him on the show. Does a lot of film for the Ravens. A 130-pound man would have to drink 6 beers in an hour to blow 0.175. Ben Cleveland listed at 360. That's around 17 beers in an hour. And even with the body processing the alcohol at slightly more than 1 beer per hour, that's about 20 beers over 3 hours. That's a lot of damn beer, Dre. And I mean, I know you've been known to drink a few in your day.
Yeah, I can put them back too. But Jesus, that many an hour, good gosh, man, that's some Andre the Giant type of stuff right there, man. If you ever go back and hear the history of his drinking, or some Ric Flair, but my gosh, I never understood people who are in positions like that, who have the money to hire drivers. Like when you have that much money, you can get messed up all you want to. Nobody cares, but you just should have the money to have a driver. I just never understood why they get into these cars.
But
And then
Dre, they don't even need money because they play for the NFL. If they call the NFL, whatever partnership NFL has with whatever service, they get that for free.
Yeah. So you're right. I don't understand. I just never understood that. To me,
No.
I mean, I wouldn't use that. I'd probably be one of the ones that abuse it. I'll be honest. Just not to get tore up, but I'm saying to like, look, if I had the luxury to not ever have to drive, then yeah, I'm taking it. But it's unfortunate for real about Ben Cleveland. I mean, that's somebody that Roger has emphatically said over many seasons that needs to be inserted more into playing time for the Ravens. I don't even think we'll sign him back. I mean, this just gives more ammunition for them not to. I mean, he's already in John Harbaugh's doghouse, so he ain't coming back. He gone, as Byron was Justin Tucker, and it just seems like y'all said, it's gonna get to probably past 20 because we asked that about Deshaun Watson. Though he was able to settle, you see, he still was suspended for half the season. They'll probably Roger Goodell has already said that it's an investigation, which means that they'll suspend him for a certain amount of games. I don't know if it's going to be 4 games half the season. We'll see, but we know that Justin Tucker, he already struggled last year. So we need to look into somebody to come in to kick because Justin Tucker will be gone for at least probably half the season at this rate. It is unfortunate because, it makes you wonder, dating back that long ago, nearly 10 years, how much of this did the Ravens know, and how much did the NFL know as well? Because I'm pretty sure if the Ravens knew, the NFL knew as well. So it's a big cover up that needs. We just need more information about all of this. Again, there are accusations, but we've seen the NFL, with people with accusations, and they still get suspended. I mean, we've seen that with Deshaun Watson. He was able to settle a lot of these cases and was found not guilty, but then he still got suspended. So we just have to wait and see.
Let us know in the comment section what you think about the Justin Tucker situation, the Ben Cleveland situation. How will it play out? And this is not how you want to start an offseason for the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of discussion and talk this year, Dre, about the NBA All-Star Game and the rest of the crew. New format, last year on TNT. Dunk contest has been, 3-point shootout. The stars aren't out like they used to be. LeBron announces an hour before the game he's not going to play. Dre, we were here for the part of the All-Star Weekend with us. How do you feel about All-Star Weekend, the All-Star Game? Did you like the format? What did you think about the overall just spectacle?
That was the one thing that pissed me off because I was like, LeBron, come on, man. You could have been said that. When Draymond came out and said that he's been dealing with this ankle soreness for days. And come on, man. You could have gave somebody else a spot. I mean, people would have been still, praising you the fact that you got to this many All-Star games, but the fact that, yes, happy birthday to Michael Jordan, but right now we're talking about GOAT James.
GOAT. Happy birthday to the GOAT.
No, the GOAT's birthday is actually December 30th.
The GOAT's birthday is today, brother.
No, it's December 30th.
No, the GOAT's birthday is today.
No, y'all tripping. It's old GOAT James, but nevertheless. I love it that the NBA is always trying. That's the one thing I can give Adam Silver. There might be a lot of goofiness going on with the NBA, but they always do try to do things to push forward the game, get people engaged. But I didn't mind this format. The fact that they had, whatever, Angela. You know who the GOAT is. You know who the GOAT is.
Talk to hear your thoughts too. Dre.
There you go. What is up with y'all? I'm talking about all y'all on that stuff tonight. Apparently, y'all been drinking whatever Ben Cleveland been drinking. Everybody here who talking.
Hey man, I don't give a damn how good the beer is. 20 beers is a lot.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan is not the GOAT. It's LeBron James. But nevertheless, like I said, I love it that the NBA is trying to always push the game moving forward. But I do like it that the dunk contest seems to be back. We'll see if people aren't capping the John Morants, the Giannis's, the Zach LaVines of the world. We'll see if y'all really are going to be in it because LeBron said in 2010, I'm gonna enter the next year's dunk contest and never did. So we'll see what happens with that. Skills challenge, of course, that was good. 3-point contest, that was so close. I loved it that it was that close. So I think overall, it was a success for the league, but they need to continue to innovate and move it forward. But it's really not up to the people in the head office. It's really up to the players to make it the spectacle that it was when we were growing up, wanting to go to NBA All-Star Weekend, wanting to see it. And now the only All-Star game we really look forward to seeing is baseball because we don't like the Pro Bowl with the NFL. We don't like NBA All-Star, the game itself. They like I said, I do like it that the NBA is trying, but it just seems like the players are not into it. Unlike baseball, where maybe it's because it's an incentive, and that's why they play hard. But other than that, they still and hockey as well with their All-Star game. But the world is this.
You didn't know they had the Oakland halftime. They had Too Short, E40, En Vogue, Saweetie, DJ Cassidy.
But we'll see what happens moving forward.
Cravante, I'll go down the line.
Honestly, I didn't pay too much attention. I saw highlights, if anything. I don't know how much effort they're really putting into this, but I think the NBA can only do but so much. I agree with Mark. Maybe not necessarily that, but something has to be done. Excuse me. And I mean, something has to be done to like be more incentivized, like maybe in the future, like with Mark's comment, put the finals home court advantage on the line. It has to be something along the lines of that. I'm not saying it has to be that, but it has to be something along the lines of that to get effort. You know what I'm saying? Like
Draymond said more money.
I don't even think that matters, bro. I don't think.
Well, the play-in, they play harder in the play-in than any other time during the regular season.
I guess, and the play-in, it is what it gives us something to look forward to outside of the regular. But I don't think money. I don't think money is the ultimate thing here, because all these guys are making a nice chunk of change. It's got to be something else, some type of other incentive. But I don't know, man. The NBA.
So LeBron didn't even put on his uniform. I mean, to take the picture.
Ain't that crazy?
So he's a.
Hey, yo.
Come on, man.
My man said, street clothes. You get
really?
What you get.
Really, bro?
LeBron don't give a damn. LeBron don't give a damn about y'all.
I gotta read these comments. bro.
Hey, yo,
LeBron don't give a damn.
I didn't even peep that, bro. That's new level.
First of all, he told folks the day of. First of all, he told folks the day of, and ain't nobody say nothing to him. How much you want to bet? Ain't nobody say shit to him.
It ain't better than this old GOAT James. Why would you say something? Why would you say something to old GOAT James? I'm just saying. I see if they trying to do, and shout out to E40. I've been shout out to E40 and yes. Too Short. Too Short, yes. Because Gilly and gosh, I hate the Eagles. Congratulations to the Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, but God dog it, Gilly was on that thing every week, popping off to that Too Short, bro. That blow the whistle. It was crazy. I heard the most I've heard in one football season, like one track ever. And then they won the Super Bowl, so it's like, oh gosh, he finna turn the whole city up. But I see that, and the NBA is not going to stop trying, so that's cool. That's something to look forward to. But I think it's really rooted in the players. If the players don't play, or if the players don't feel like playing, I think we're going to continue to have a problem. Like the All-Star game is for us to watch the best players all on the court at the same time. This play by Trae Young was crazy. But
I don't know why they didn't go get him. They should have went and got Trae Young, but that's just me. Be quiet.
Trey, first of all, Mr. Snubbed himself. Yeah, that's Trey. That's Ice Trey. New name, Mr. Snubbed, because that's what he gets snubbed all the time. And he's a very good player, especially stats wise and just consistency. But I don't know, but it's going to happen with the players. Like, I don't think there's only but so much the NBA can do. Players have to play, and the players have to want to play and participate in those other things, those other different events as well. But it comes from the players, but also, Raj, the agreements that they have was a CBA.
Mm-hmm.
What's the verbiage on that in regards to these type of things? What is the verbiage for that?
What you mean as far as
I mean, as far as like, because I know football is a little bit different, but I feel like there has to be something in some type of incentive place in there. You know what I'm saying? For it to really be pushed for the for the players. But I was asking, is anybody aware of like, oh, what's the coverage? I guess like, does this count like the rest of the season? And
no, it's a one-off. It's pretty much it's not like how baseball was when when they made it an effort to, if you won the All-Star game, like this specific East or West will be in not home court advantage, none of that. It's just pretty much a showcase of your best players, and it's supposed to be a fun weekend for everyone. So there's no incentives, there's none of that.
Nothing on the okay.
But are you finished or you got more?
No, that's it. That's it. I think it's rooted in the players. Like, that's the only way this is going to move or this is going to be pushed.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get to my spill. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment, man. It looked like a goddamn minstrel show yesterday. Like, it felt clunky. It felt off from the word go. Granted, Saturday night was cool, somewhat. Matt McClung saved the dunk contest. It sucks that a G League player that doesn't even play in the NBA has to be in 3 dunk contests to save it, because no other NBA superstar wants to even try the dunk contest, which is ridiculous at this point. Chris Paul and Wembanyama, I don't know what the hell they was doing that skills challenge. They was trying to like break the rules or some shit to win. It was ridiculous as well. I ain't like that. Draymond Green talking about the NBA is boring, and what else did he say? He said some other stuff about the players, and I mean, I agree with him. The NBA is boring, but it's like, bro, it's like you contribute to it being boring. And then on top, and then the main event with Kevin Hart. Why the fuck is Kevin Hart out there? Why is Kevin Hart out there? He made the show terrible. And granted, I like Kevin Hart. He's a great comedian, a great actor, but he was not needed.
And why was there so many damn commercials like we was watching WWE?
Man, they talk about milking the money, man. I mean, bringing the celebrities out.
And then now people complaining, saying inside the NBA being too negative and they're criticizing the product and the players too much. How about you stop being pussies and play the damn game and stop acting like you're hurt and play back-to-backs?
Woo. Yo, he stagnated the game, like, for real. Like, I mean, once he came out there, he interrupted Ernie. I'm like, why is he interrupting Ernie? Don't interrupt Ernie Johnson.
Don't interrupt Ernie.
And then they stopped the game for the kid to win $100,000. I mean, it was cool, but I'm like, you could have did that like at the beginning or some shit. And then after the second game, you stop.
Why can't they do that Saturday?
Or you could have did it Saturday. And then they stop it again to honor, Kenny and Charles and Ernie, and I'm like, that's great, that's cool, but you could have did that shit at the beginning as well.
Hey, Raj, they still got the rest of the season and playoffs. They could do it at the end. Just saying.
All I'm saying is this, man. It didn't all-star game itself. All 3 games. Granted, they played a little bit harder. They played a little bit better. They still was lackluster out there. They wasn't playing up to their potential. They don't care about the NBA All-Star game. Let's just be honest. They don't give a damn about it. The agents tell them not to go out there and play hard because they might get hurt or they might mess up their money or whatever. And they out there looking crazy and they don't want to play hard. They don't want to do things. And then chucking them. They say it's your generation. It's your generation. Your generation is lazy. Your generation doesn't want to do this. And that he has a point. But also, I was listening to my boy Jason Whitlock earlier today. He ain't made a point as well. It was like, y'all generation fucked up too. Y'all generation fucked up as well. It's like, bro, back in the 90s and 80s and 90s, when they was playing hard and playing great, what did David Stern do that kind of messed the game up a little bit? Yeah, granted, you had people coming out at 18 years old out of college. That was cool. But what did he do? He gave them the one and done rule. So now players can go out there, they go to college for 1 year and then go straight to the NBA. And then on top of that, he took out hand checking. He took out aggressive defense. He took out a lot of things in the NBA to the point where it's just a watered down version of just shooting threes all day. Nobody's playing defense. Nobody wants to do anything but shoot threes. And it's just ridiculous at this point, to the point where it's completely watered down and people want to do what the hell they want to do out there on the court. And then you want to just blame it all on this generation? No, it's the generation before you as well, because they contributed to this shit. Absolutely. They contribute to the way it is. So now, it goes back. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. So until they fix the integral problem, which is the college thing, which I think the players need to be in college at least 2 years. If you're going to go to college, you got to stay in there at least 2 years or 3 years, and then come on out. But learn the fundamentals of the game. Learn the game the correct way. Learn it from some of these great coaches out here. Don't just go straight from high school to the NBA, or just 1 year out of college straight to the NBA. That it doesn't make the game better. It really doesn't.
But Raj, I think it goes a little bit deeper than that, because with this whole NIL thing,
that too. Yep.
Folks are coming in. And now, granted, we've been on a decline a little bit as if we're talking all-star game and just regular basketball performance. We have been declining, over the past, let's say 10, 15 years. We have been declining a little bit. But now, between the one and dones and now these NILs, kids got money. You know what I'm saying? And they working on their brand, these sponsorships, and they're not playing the game. It's all about money. It's all about their name. It's not, before they even dribble a professional basketball, they have a name for themselves. They're already who they think they are. You know what I'm saying? And they're missing the fun of. You want to talk about fundamentals? Learn the game of basketball. It's colleges paying people now. Mm-hmm. There's money allocated to sports at every school now. Well, I don't know every school, but at least the major ones. And now they talking about kids can make upwards of $300,000,
right,
to be in school. To be in school. And at that point, shoot, Raj, they'll be in school an extra year, but not learning no fundamentals.
No,
they gonna get running that checkup. You know what I'm saying?
The entire game is messed up, bro.
So we made things have gotten legitimately worse with the NIL thing. Now, at least in basketball and football are very different, right? The different level of physicality and all that. NFL, you can't come in here at 18. There's no way. You can't.
You gotta stay 3 years. You gotta stay all 3 years at least.
Like
3 years.
That's for your health. That's for your health and whoever team drafted you. Like, you just got to be physically and mentally prepared to go into the NFL. The NBA kind of made it too easy. But I think that oh boy, we need you, boy.
So wake the fuck up. Sleepy time's over. Wake up. So wake the fuck up. Sleepy time's over.
But yeah, man. So unfortunately, I don't see things getting better, because the generation coming up now is going to be a bunch of entitled little whats.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is the guaranteed contracts is going to be out. This is going to be out the window. It's going to be out the window. They already talking about it. They already discussing it right now. They signed this $11 billion contract with NBC. And if the players want to come around here and play like this, act a certain way, do things that they ain't supposed to be doing, the Jimmy Butler thing that he pulled with Golden State, they're not going to have that no more, man. They're going to go back to the NFL model where it's, look, you're going to get this certain paycheck where it's guaranteed, but this other part ain't guaranteed. So F around and find out. They're going to find out too.
And you said it in the chat earlier today. It's about to be over, man. The players, we like it that it's a players' league, but at the same time, the players, of course, had to abuse it, and now the owners want ownership. I mean, you saw it with the beginning of this with Luka. The fact that Luka missing out on $100 million, one of the top players in the world, traded because his team can't trust him and they don't want to pay him that much money. That's an insane amount, over $300 million to a player. But the owners are just tired and they want their league back. And it's a different crop of owners you're seeing. I mean, look at what's going on, right there, the Mavericks, we just talked about them. Their ownership is different from somebody like the Clippers, so each ownership group is going to be different. It's not like the same owners from back in the day. And they're not, like Raj said, they're not going to take this type of stuff lying down anymore. So it's going to be a fight about whether or not it's a players' league or if it's or if it belongs to the owners and those in management. I'm so disappointed in LeBron for that decision. Then he didn't even put the damn jersey on. At least put the jersey on.
Yeah, but I heard that. Well, the thing around the league is he was protesting in the NBA All-Star game. That at least that's what I've heard. Draymond said he already. You said Draymond already knew that he wasn't going to play.
Yeah,
and that was. Well, I'm like, I didn't hear about that until he came with street clothes on, like he was Anthony Davis or something. But I just don't understand. I don't get it, man. And it seems to be getting worse every year. And I can't even blame Adam Silver. This is not his fault. He's really trying to do things to help the league.
Yeah,
to a better place, but it's just the people that's on the court don't want to participate. So until that happens, or until they lose their money, because that's what's going to end up happening, until they lose that fully guaranteed contracts, and then you're gonna get people be like, oh, you know what? We gotta go out there. We gotta play harder, guys. We gotta put on the show for the people. Like, it shouldn't even have to come to that. But it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta put belt to ass.
Here you go.
Sometimes you gotta put belt to ass.
But I mean, I said the league got to do something, because we love the NBA too much, but I mean, it's like the players just don't, and it's just not them not caring. Going from, like you guys said, not participating in the dunk contest, not want to it's just like they're not doing anything to help their cases anymore. Now, like I said, you're about to see a real battle in the NBA coming up soon. And then Raj, I like what you had said, them guaranteed contracts, they about to be like, look, part of it's guaranteed, the other part's not. And I don't blame the owners at this point, because load management, AAU, the one and done. Yes, people, Embiid, Ben Simmons, you're right. It's a couple of they're not the only ones to be
Kawhi Leonard.
I was saying Kawhi Leonard, put his behind on the list. Paul George, I hate to say it, got to put him on the list. And people got on Kyrie because of what was going on with him, but my gosh. Lonzo Ball. I mean, and you can't help it that people are getting injured. If you're legitimately hurt, you're legitimately hurt. But the whole thing with Popovich, is getting a pass with this because he's the one who started this whole load management thing. Load management, AAU, the one and done rule. I mean, it's just so many things that are attributed to basketball, and these guys just not playing the way that they should be. The way that they should be playing, and like I said, we're about to see some. We're about, as crazy as that looks, that's the insanity that we're about to see when it comes to the fight over this new CBA.
But
that Henry out there doing that?
One more thing, I don't know what I'm saying, but also, it's something to be said about all these guys that's like the stars in the league now, getting caught up with goofiness off the field, dealing with BS that comes with life, like women, baby mamas, and all types of stuff. Like, that's where we're going. Honestly, that's where we're at.
Anthony Edwards, Zion Williamson,
Jalen Green. Wait, no, is it Jalen Green? No, what's the boy name?
Jalen Green. He's another one.
That's about to be the norm.
Anthony Simmons from the
Trailblazers.
Yeah. Yep. He's another one. Yeah.
And John Morant is a thing too.
John Morant for his off the court goofiness.
But all these guys that Rod just named, they're all dealing with off the court goofiness because they're not mentally here. They're not mentally there. Like they're all making the same mistakes, bro. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at right now. And it really kicked off with John Morant, with his antics. But now it seems to be a norm. Like this is what's going on. And I think it all ties in together.
Jason Tatum about to get married. So
Jason Tatum, he's he has struggles. He has struggles in the playoffs, but he hasn't had nothing really happening to him compared to like these other guys. I mean, I think right now the egregious one is Embiid. How you gonna tell them I'm not gonna play all the games? I'll probably play like every other game.
Like you mean the ones we paying you for? What?
That's
and they agreed to it. That's the funny part. They was like, okay,
that's insanity to me. They said I'm hearing they agreed to it because they were hoping that they could get him for the playoffs, but it looked like the 76ers is about to miss the goddamn playoffs. So
and that's the risk. That's a risk you take. Goofies. But yeah, this is Anthony Edwards, John Morant is the new generation of what they call YNs. Like they're the ones that's gonna be taking over the league. And it's like at some point LeBron's gotta retire. At some point.
Oh, it's coming.
You know what I'm saying? At some point he's gotta retire, and then the YNs are gonna take over the league. And these owners are gonna be like, we're not paying Jalen Green, Anthony Edwards, all these people because they're not right in the head. They're messing up our bottom line. Jimmy Butler, like these guys, like even though Jimmy Butler's not a YN, but messing up the bottom line.
He's still goofy as hell.
Him, Draymond Green, like
he's definitely goofy as hell.
Like what are we talking about?
Jimmy might have put the final nail in the coffin because we know how Pat Riley is straight old school, and my man was like, "Look, I'm not trying. If y'all not going to extend me, trade me." It's like, come on, man. Like,
how would y'all fix it if y'all had any suggestions? I mean, it's going to be on NBC. They're talking about a 5 p.m. start time, a 1v1 tournament. I don't know. That means no entertainment. I mean, who's going to be the commentator? Like, what am I watching NBC for?
You can't fix it.
Oh, that 1v1 definitely not happening.
Right.
Not on the men's side. I see what they're doing with the women, with the women. I see what they're doing there, but it ain't gonna happen for the men. Men got way too much pride for that.
I agree, and on top of that, with the women, the only thing that they have going for them is they're not as paid as much as the men are. So the women are gonna go out there and they're gonna do what they're gonna do because they want to get that paycheck. So they're gonna play as hard as they're gonna play, and they're gonna give a lot of effort. They're not getting paid $300-400 million. And everybody else getting paid like $10 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're shitting out money out there in the NBA. They're literally shitting out money in the NBA. You could be the 12th best player on the damn team and getting paid $3 to $4 or $5 million per year. That's how crazy that it is. They're shitting out money. So yes, when you're doing that, you're not going to show any effort. Hell, I'll be sitting there with some water, chilling out too every game, flying in every city, and going to the strip clubs and just chilling out. Giving LeBron water or Anthony Davis a bath, or giving out towels to what's the coach, Eric Spoelstra, or whoever. I'll be out there chilling too, not getting any playing time and getting paid $5 million per year. You damn right I do that.
Old gay Redick.
There you go. I will give him some water too. But yes, there's no incentive to be great. Really, there is no incentive.
Yeah, Juju, you're right. She's getting paper, but no, I mean, we'll see what the league does. But this new contract, like y'all said, with NBC and other streaming services, they're not going for it.
Let us know what you would do to fix the NBA All-Star. Did you watch? Do you care? are you looking forward to next year on NBC and other platforms?
Yo, Mark, it was the.
Where's the All-Star game in 2026? It is in. Let's see. Hold on, real quick. Future locations. 2026 is in LA.
LeBron will be hosting, I guess. I guess he'll play then, right?
And then 2027 is in Phoenix. And that's all we got so far, it looks like. So there you go. For all you people who care. So they're going back to LA again?
Yeah.
Why not?
DC can't get one, or
no, they can't because they're terrible. They're shitty. Who's going to host? Jordan Poole?
Cooper Flag.
Alex Sarr. You want Alex Sarr to host?
Cooper Flag. Number one pick out of Duke.
Ain't going to the damn Wizards.
Number one pick out of Duke.
That's another thing that I don't like. Is the damn lottery system.
The Commanders would host a Super Bowl before the All-Star game becomes the DC.
I agree. I definitely agree.
As soon as we get the stadium popping, a Super Bowl's coming. That All-Star game not coming to DC.
Let's get the goofies. Are they ready to get goofy, man? We got some goofies to talk about. Let's get goofy, man. It was Valentine's Day, and you know what that means. The goofies, the lovers, were in full effect.
My gosh.
Let's bring them up. The one and only Goofy.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Jam. Oh, jam. Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid.
Man, I tell you. This was an interesting weekend. One of the more interesting parts of the year where we have the Super Bowl, the All-Star game, Valentine's Day all wrapped up into all in 1 week. And there's always got to be some goofiness somewhere in there because it's just too much going on for it not to be any goofiness, right? Welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of time to let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. We talk about all levels of goofiness, high, low, medium, all that good stuff. But this one, I'm not even sure where to put this one, man. I believe Byron dropped this one in the chat. It's a Valentine's Day related one. A viral video trending on X or Twitter shows Houston Texans star wide receiver Stefon Diggs and rapper Cardi B spending Valentine's Day together. It was reported back in October that Cardi B had an affair with Diggs while she was pregnant with Offset's child. Yeah. They popped out. Yeah, definitely popped out. So there was some things that came out last year. His name came out, and it was like, oh, it might be rumors and all that. But thank you, TMZ, for doing what you do best. Be messy. Be absolutely messy. And they said rumors were out, and then Valentine's Day came around, and they popped out, and it's like, well, maybe what they were talking about before was actually the truth. Now, what makes this goofy is that I'm starting to think Stefon Diggs is the problem, guys. I'm starting to think Stefon Diggs was the problem. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt when he was in Minnesota. I kind of lost benefit of the doubt when he left Buffalo. Kind of lost benefit of the doubt there, and now it just kind of adds to it now. And y'all remember that video? Do y'all remember that video when I think he was in Minnesota and all his a reporter was in there and they was asking all the players, hey, who would you not want your sister to date pretty much on the team? When I tell you, everybody said Stephon Diggs, and it was the craziest thing. And I was like, damn, why they jumping on my man's like that? Because remember, this is Minnesota, so it's early in his career. Why y'all say that about him? And then he was like, hey, man, I'm a cool guy. Da, 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 da. And it's like, yo, they might be on to something. This guy is messy.
You want to play for the people? You want to play for the people? Are we
gonna get in trouble for that?
I think we be okay with this. I think it's just not NFL footage, so I don't think.
What guy on this team would you
We'll play a little bit.
Like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Diggs is the guy.
At least I should date my sister Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Man, no.
He's just crazy.
He's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. He talks a lot.
Outrageous. Don't know what he's going to say.
And I don't like him. We're going to leave it like that. No.
Just don't know what to expect every day.
It's like you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
Can't date my sister.
What guy on this team
here we go
would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date this. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. All right, who don't I want to date my sister?
I don't even care.
Weatherly.
Why Weatherly?
Don't even care. Because you're the overwhelming favorite. Overwhelming. I'm a great guy. Usually when people say that's like, listen, these are guys that you work with, you spend a lot of time with. Them bulls know you. All of them not gonna say you. First of all, was that Dalvin Cook? That was the first one? I think that was Dalvin Cook was the first one. And he said, man, Diggs. Didn't think about it more than 3 seconds. Like Diggs. And everybody, Diggs. It's not that many people that should feel this way about you. And I shrugged it off as a joke. And now with this being his third team that he's currently on.
Currently with the torn ACL also, and he's been investigated, Cavante, for rape and drugging and assault of a male, apparently, as well.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that wild stuff happened.
Okay,
and this is who, and you choose to pop out with her. Who
I'm telling you right now, he'll be a cowboy. Watch, he's gonna play with his brother. Watch.
It's too perfect. Like with that type of goofiness that goes on, Dallas would
coming off a major injury, NFC East, brothers. Thinking it's still going to put them over the top.
It's perfect. It's perfect for Dallas. Dallas would welcome something goofy like that. And it's just like, and Cardi B has her own things going on now. It's been kind of quiet, since last October-ish, with her whole situation. But it's been crazy over there. Like she was the talk of the whole music industry for a little bit between her and Offset, and Diggs bringing that. Diggs gives me the vibe that he still has some YN energy. He has a lot of YN energy. And even though I think he's about 30, 31, if I'm not mistaken, Diggs seems like he's still got a lot of immaturity left. And I honestly don't think he's good for, I didn't think he was good for CJ Stroud, honestly. Because he's one of those diva receivers where it's me, give me the ball, and I don't want that to stunt a young quarterback's growth. But he's goofy for jumping, and he jumped literally and figuratively jumping in bed with her. That's absolutely crazy. Because we know, Byron, the hip-hop industry and sports is very much, very much linked. It's not much separating the two industries. So why would you even seriously jump in that with her? Because apparently, at least according to the rumors, they kind of been messing around at least since October. So this seems like it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? This seems like it's a thing. So he's not good at decision making. I don't think he's good at decision making. And it seemed like the things we've heard previously are true. He probably was dating. Oh gosh, get Drewski out of here. He probably was dating Cardi B back in those days. He probably was the one who she allegedly had intercourse with towards the end of last year. And there is a huge reason why a lot of the men in the locker room of the Minnesota Vikings at the time don't want him pretty much in their family, essentially. But yeah, Stephon Diggs is very, very, very goofy. And again, I told Raj, well, I told all of you guys, but I don't like when athletes, especially star athletes, have idle time because they do dumb stuff like this. They do things like that. They get into goofy things. They do wild stuff at massage parlors. They get DUIs. They get into it with the superstar in the music industry who has a very known wild ex-husband that's not wrapped too tight either. That's right. That he thought his mouth going through all that. That's a good idea. Let's dive into that. What's that girl's name? Oh my gosh, I was just talking to Shantae about this, about the lady that Trey Diggs' wife, who also has children with industry guys. I think Bow Wow and Future or something like that. Yeah. So this family is not. They don't have great decision makers. The Diggs, those Diggs brothers, they make wild decisions. I don't remember her name, but it'll pop up probably before the show ends. But yeah, Stephon Diggs, very goofy. Diggs boys is definitely wild. And it's crazy because that's my grandmother's married name. So God rest her soul, but man, them Diggs is running rapid right now. Okay, who that?
That's her right there. Joy, I think it's Joy Chavis.
Yeah. Future. Yep. Future and Bow Wow. There it is. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, Diggs boys wild. Big wow. Yeah. But it's, as you can see, it seems to run in the family. Anyway, moving on. My other goofy Raj, is Raj gonna play it or can I play it? I don't know.
What am I playing?
No, I was saying about the stuff from the facility. I think I should be able to play it, right?
Yeah, if you got the audio, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Another goofy guy who's been doing wild stuff in the industry. Oh, Dre, look, well, welcome. I'm glad you're here to see this one. Hold up. Let me make sure. Put this on my phone. I don't want this playing. Okay. I'm not going to show the video. I'm just going to play the audio. This is from the facility. This is y'all man Acho, who's also been in the news for some other stuff. It's been kind of quiet over there. It's been kind of quiet, but we know.
Peanut butter skin?
Eagles off season away.
All right, here we go.
Cowboys are one Eagles off season away from a Super Bowl. They are one Eagles all season.
That sounds easy.
They were running. No, it's not easy.
Sounds simple.
It's not.
No, it's not simple, though.
It's not. Because you know how.
So let's take how he's done. It don't matter.
It's not easy at all. But that is what they are. They're running back away. Eagles off season. Saquon Barkley. They're linebacker away. Eagles off season. Zach Bond. They're one offensive lineman away. Eagles off season. Mekhi Becton. There's a number 2 wide receiver away. No Eagles off season there. Obviously, they got Jahan Dotson, who contributed in the Super Bowl, but didn't do a ton during the course of the season. The Eagles are they're a defensive tackle away. Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter. The Eagles are one. The Cowboys are one Eagles offseason away from a Super Bowl. Like, that's it. The
What? The Cowboys are one Eagles all season. First of all, you really down. I think you're really downplaying the Eagles and what they've been able to do with free agency and draft picks. I think you're really downplaying that. Like, the Eagles hit on 2 rookie DBs, 2, and one got a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Like, what? And the Cowboys don't have Howie Roseman is the reason this all goes for the Eagles. Who's the Cowboys GM? Who's the Cowboys GM? We know who he is.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. He's nothing like Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman out there wheeling and dealing. You understand? He's put a hell of a team together, and they've been to, in the past 7 years, they've been to 3 Super Bowls. 3 Super Bowls and won 2. Not Jerry Biden. He's wild. Yo, Jerry Biden. So yeah, and Acho, I liked Acho for a little bit, but he's gotten real Hollywood on folk, and I don't like his trajectory where it's going. Do y'all remember when he had a show? What was it?
You talking about the one with Marcellus Wiley?
Yeah, with Marcellus Wiley. Remember that?
Or when he threw him under the bus?
Yeah, and then that's when that was the beginning of Acho going this way. Yeah,
right. But I was cool. I like Marcellus Wiley too, but Marcellus Wiley, he too much of a, you know what I mean? Marcellus Wiley from around the way. He from the hood. Like, he still got that in him. So you can't just do anything or say anything to Marcellus Wiley. But I'm glad he had his time on, national television, sports television show. But he wasn't going to last long because Acho's willing to do things that Marcellus Wiley wasn't. And I like both of them. I like both of them together. I thought they bounced off of each other well. They almost look like brothers, you know what I'm saying, doing it. And I liked Acho. I liked the point of view he had. I like how he combated Marcellus Wiley back in the day. But the way things are going now, I'm not feeling it. Like the situation with Joy, him not voting for Lamar Jackson for MVP, but then trying to double down on it. Like, I thought that was trash. 2 thumbs down. Absolute 2 thumbs down. Like, Mark, yeah, bring the rain, Dre. That's right. I thought that was trash. Speak for yourself back then. Okay. It was really Wiley and Whitlock. Yes, you're right. Yep, sure was. I'm not sure, like, you know how some people just do things just for clickbait and like click value, and I think that's where he's at right now, and that's watering down. That's watering down what we see. That's watering down the media. He's making the media worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, saying you didn't vote for Lamar Jackson MVP is one thing, but then doubling down and trying to explain it because of some type of verbiage or word, whatever, bro. If you want to be a hater, just say that. Like, I'm just saying. Like,
be like Nick Wright. Own your hate.
Right. But I can't front Nick Wright for Patrick Mahomes. I can't front Nick Wright because Nick Wright got one. He a Kansas City kid, and he, even after the trash Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league. Like, and it's not, Nick Wright can get annoying with it because he's similar to that with LeBron. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I take the good with the bad. Like, I don't mind talking about Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes is that. But Acho, nah, his explanation was terrible. Because now all of a sudden we talking about words and we not using our eyes no more. We not talking about stats no more. We talking about impact and all that stuff. Like, come on, bro. If you want to give it to the white boy, just say you want to give it to the white boy.
Mark, real quick. It was actually Shady was in favor of Josh. It was the other two hosts on the facility that questioned him about why he voted for Josh Allen and not Lamar Jackson. That was Chase Daniels and James Jones. They were the ones that pushed back on that particular segment.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, and now you do all of that, and now you talking about the Cowboys of all teams. The Cowboys are Eagles offseason. What does that mean? What does that even mean? The Eagles didn't even become the Eagles in an offseason. Who finds all of those picks? Who finds a good tackle? Who finds a good defensive player? Who finds two legit DBs in one drive? Who does that? Especially with Jerry Jones being your GM. Who does that? What do you mean? If that's the case, the Jaguars are Eagles offseason from the Super Bowl. The Cleveland Browns are offseason away from Eagles offseason away from being in the Super Bowl. The Rams are an Eagles offseason from being in the Super Bowl. Like,
they actually are.
But no, I'm saying the Eagles offseason. What does that mean? That is even clearly defined, because the Eagles offseason the Eagles team didn't even happen in the offseason. It took some time. They took some swings. It took time for this to happen. And I'm expected to believe that the Cowboys, you just saying stuff. You just wanted to say the Cowboys, because you could have inserted any team there and it would have been a statement, I guess. But the Cowboys, the team that didn't make the playoffs, is that what we're talking about? Eagles went all the way to the Super Bowl and won, and the Cowboys, apparently, Dak Prescott said some goofy stuff too. But I'm expected to believe that in the offseason they could become the Eagles. Have you seen the Cowboys roster? It's nothing like the Eagles have had the best roster all season, pretty much. I would have liked to see Aiden Hutchinson, be healthy for the Lions, but not against us, though. But I would like to see Aiden Hutchinson be healthy for the Lions all year to see what they could have done. But the Eagles pretty much been consistently a top-tier offense. A top-tier team all year. What are we talking about? That gets to the point where it's like, yo, you just talking. You just talking just to talk. If you run out of stuff to say, ask for help. Ask producers or somebody for help. But that was a terrible take. Lamar Jackson, a terrible take. You doubling down, a terrible take. You putting the Cowboys and the Eagles in the same breath, a terrible take. The Commanders are Eagles offseason away from the Super Bowl. What are we talking about? Now, this is the point where I think you're reaching. Stephen A has gotten to that point where I'm like, what are we talking about? Like when Stephen A said that dumb stuff about Serena Williams. Oh, if Serena was my girl, da 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 da. Shut up. You seen your headline? Shut up. How are you talking about? But I feel like Acho probably inspires to be Stephen A. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Because like
not when you got 10 mil a year and you're about to
no. I got you. Money wise, do your thing, bro. But content wise, and what you become,
Stephen A. What he said, 17 years he's been number one.
Yeah. And been cooning the whole time.
All right.
But
let me push back on it, because I don't think his take is totally off. The Dallas Cowboys, it is possible for them to get to the position of where the Eagles are. when you look at the NFC, last year it was the Philadelphia Eagles. The year before that was the San Francisco 49ers. The year before that, the Philadelphia Eagles. The year before that, the Rams, and then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you just go from the pandemic straight, and don't forget that the Dallas Cowboys had 5 Pro Bowlers this year, and then also remember, not this past year, but the previous years. 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. They pretty much still kind of have a lot of the basis of who they had. And then Dak Prescott, last year finished second in the MVP voting. It's possible for the Dallas Cowboys to get there. I'm not saying that necessarily I'm going to pick them to go back for a playoff run, but is Acho's take totally off when you have those type of numbers? No. Because, I mean, a lot of us, every year, there's always a surprise team. None of us thought that Washington would be in the position that they were in this past year.
You know who's not surprised, Dre?
Besides
the Cowboys. The Cowboys are never a surprise. They do the same thing every year. I don't care how many games they win. They get blown out by a team they probably shouldn't get blown out by when they get to the playoffs. Every time. I guarantee you, I see this movie, I read this book, I see the sequel, I seen the prequel. It's all the same story.
I'm not saying that they're gonna do it, but I'm saying this is take totally off. I don't think so. With those type of numbers and the stats behind it, it is possible.
It's
only way it's not possible is if they paid Micah, because they would absolutely have no cap room. Right now, they have very little cap room that they can wiggle around with, but they could possibly do it.
Are we talking about the same team that blatantly did not go after Derrick Henry? Because you have to look at who's in charge. Howie Roseman is the only person that could have done what he did. He's the only person that could have taken all the chances that he did. There's no way the Cowboys would have taken Jalen Carter. Jerry Jones had money and blatantly looked at Derrick Henry and was like, "Nah, we good."
Well, remember he used to take swings at people. What was that guy? Greg. He used to
Randy.
Greg Hardy. Was it Greg Hardy?
Randy Gregory and Greg.
So in the past he did Adam Pac-Man Jones. So he did have a record of trying to Greg Hardy. I thought that was right.
Yep. Yeah.
He had a track record of getting after people with some troubled past, but he's gotten away from that over the years. He's produced, in the playoffs. No, they have come up short. But has he put a good roster around? Yes. And even Dak Prescott exceeded expectations because remember it was supposed to be Tony Romo's team. He gets hurt and then has to give over the keys to Dak Prescott, who is a 4th rounder and now the highest paid person in the NFL.
They're the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's who they are. That's who they are. I think that's who they are. They're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because Jerry Jones, there's a blockage. I'm not sure what it is. And more so Steelers, more so because of Tomlin. But the Cowboys, probably because they're in a weaker division. They've been able to sustain a number of wins to get into the playoffs.
I'll give you pushback about that because I don't think that's a fair assessment only because the Steelers don't have the amount of talent that Dallas does. Dallas has a lot more talent.
And that makes it worse.
And they don't have they have the talent, but not the coach. The Steelers have the coach, but not the talent. Mike Tomlin.
And that's not true either. They do have talent.
I think Mike Tomlin
have talent. The Steelers do have talent.
They have talent. Not as much as Dallas, though.
No, but they have talent. It's supposed to go hand in hand. And the notoriety, we're talking about the Steelers and the Cowboys. I'm talking about the overall. We're not nitpicking the bottom. I'm talking about the overall top. What they mean to the NFL and what they've done. Playoffs out. That's what we're talking about. And the Steelers don't even have the quarterback, but I think they're more star-studded. They got better defense than the Cowboys. I think they're more star-studded on the defense side of the ball than the Cowboys are. Now the offense side, the Cowboys got it, but they hit a wall, and the Steelers are blaming Mike Tomlin. It's obvious to know who's the problem in the Cowboys. So how are these things going to happen? I'm just saying, my thing with Acho is saying the Cowboys was unnecessary because you could have inserted any team there. Any team that could have had an Eagles offseason would be where the Eagles are, essentially, is what I'm saying. The Cowboys was unnecessary because you could have put anybody there. Hell, the Giants had a Eagles offseason. Like, what are we talking about?
Whoa. The Giants are nowhere near in the same stratosphere.
But I'm
saying, also got to remember the Dallas Cowboys, whenever you bring them up, they bring ratings.
That's what I'm saying. He's turning into Stephen A. Smith. That's what I'm saying. That was a dumb. That was still a dumb take. That was a reach. That was a reach. It was a reach. It was unnecessary. An unnecessary reach. The Cowboys. It was a reach. It was an unnecessary reach. Because again, there was 15 to 16 other teams you could have put in that category. The Eagles. Remember the Eagles offseason. I'm just saying it was unnecessary. It was Stephen A-ish. And I think that's where he's going. And Acho, again, his track record as of late, it ain't been great. It ain't been great.
Look, I know we hate the Cowboys, but that's one thing I did learn from ESPN. They did say that that's the reason they talk about the Cowboys, because they said that they bring ratings as much as we hate it. Cowboys, Lakers, there's certain teams that just, and certain players that just bring ratings.
And really and truthfully, damn, Mark, I ain't even look at Mark's comment. When you think about it, it's really just wide receiver where they're like clear head and shoulders better than.
Dak is still top 10 as a top 10.
I disagree. I disagree.
He's maybe 10, but he is.
I disagree. But anyway, I ain't gonna bore you out anymore. Disagree. Very much disagree. $60 million. And what has he produced? Just saying. Not a goddamn thing. But anyway, there's a thin line between goofy and great. And all them brothers on the wrong end of it. Got to do better.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy.
Did you?
Jam. Oh, jam.
Oh, I said, did you explain to Miss Swift how we got here?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Explain to her. Feel free.
So we was Emmanuel Acho had a absurd take on the facility, saying that the Cowboys are an Eagles offseason away from being essentially where the Eagles went this year. That's how we got here. Because Emmanuel Acho reached for the stars and said the Cowboys are offseason away, where really truly they don't have them.
Yeah, your audio went in and out, so I'm pretty sure she didn't hear any of that, but it's okay. She got the sentiment.
Damn, you didn't hear any of that?
No, you literally was like underwater for like maybe a couple of those seconds, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Emmanuel Acho said something goofy related to the Cowboys. That's why we were here.
See, broken audio. See. But she got it though. She understood.
Yeah, we was having a fun conversation when we were watching Raw. So appreciate you, Miss Swift.
Yeah,
appreciate
you. A very fun conversation. Yes.
Thank you for your support as always. Drizzy Dre, next week we have an illustrious guest for episode 470. What's it gonna be? 479.
Yes, 479. Thank you, Ms. Swift, as always, for your support, and everybody who's been in, as Mark and everybody. We have Mr. McNair, who's coming in as a special guest to close out our Sports and Blackness series. Looking forward to that conversation. And then head into the month of March, more guests coming up, but you want to stay in for Mr. McNair next week.
Real quick, Dre and everybody else, we're getting 2 new WNBA franchises on top of one debuting this season. We're going to have the Golden State Valkyrie. Then we're going to have the Toronto Tempo in 2026. And the Cleveland Rockers could be returning during the 2028 season as well. So 3 new franchises for the ladies, potentially. Expansion.
Cleveland's a throwback. They'll be a return. They like the Supersonics.
Yes, they went up until 2000 and what is it? 2003. 2003. Yep, went up to 2003. So got some more WNBA teams coming.
Hey, I'm really happy about the trajectory of the WNBA, and I'm curious what happens with their new CBA as they move forward with the growth that they're having. You see the expansion, you see the buzz of what's going on with the WNBA. I will never forget last year going to see Caitlin Clark, and that's the most I've seen the Capital One Arena packed ever. I mean, every seat was taken up, wall to wall, and I was just happy to be in the house. So I'm just so happy for the WNBA and them moving forward, what they're about to do.
And they got a good another group coming in. Dre, they got Paige Beckers, Juju, Olivia Miles. They got Lauren Betts at UCLA. They got a lot of
ladies girls. You got to pay them,
man. Some these teams, man. Notre Dame, the UConns, the South Carolinas, of course, Maryland. We're always in the mix, So it's just a lot happening with collegiate basketball on the women's side as well.
I would just say this: the WNBA is what the NBA should be. That's a damn shame. That's it.
Yeah, ratings was crazy for WNBA.
Man, not only that, college, the women are killing it on the college level too.
I know.
They are.
I know.
They are. And they was killing it last year too. I said
So all in all, brother Whitlock might be right. He just literally might be right because he keeps preaching that the WNBA is going to be better than the NBA game is. And
it's,
right now,
man,
it's showing
in the next 5 years, maybe less. I wouldn't be surprised
because they're doing it the right way. They're doing it how they're supposed to do it. Like you're supposed to go to college. You're supposed to be build up your star organically, build up your star, build up the players. Because we didn't know who Caitlin Clark was 2-3 years ago until she, until Angel Reese was doing this. We was like, oh wait a minute, let's take a look at this girl. And she went back to school and put her star up there, and it was like, oh wow. And then whatchamacallit, followed right along with her. And then they both went to the league and they blew it up.
Oh, and Angel and Caitlin coming back another year. Yeah. Dawn, the coaches too, having Dawn there, Gino, it's helped.
But I think rivalries help. Rivalries drive sports, and when they aren't any, everybody all friends and stuff. Like I don't know if y'all saw this video.
Like LeBron had played with everybody in the league.
Trash. Dwayne Wade, he said at the top 25 ceremony that Jordan and Zeke wasn't nowhere near each other, but Zeke still don't like Mike. And he was like, dang, Zeke, like what's wrong? Like Zeke had a wild face on. And he's like, yo, what's wrong? He said, him. Like him back there. And he's like, bro, y'all still beefing? Y'all ain't played ball in well over what? Gotta be 30 years. Almost. Almost 30. Almost
30 years. 30 years.
And it's like, yo, y'all still beefing? But that's the rivalry. Because even Wade was like, yo, we all cool. Everybody all cool. And it's part of the product. It's part of the result. That's what we are. Like everybody all cool. Don't nobody, it's no real rivalry anymore in the NBA. And the WNBA, one was born last year.
Co-founder, executive producer, Andre Melton, senior producer, other co-founder, Cravante Bebe, the Commandalorian, will be doing some Commanders content real soon. And we got the NFL Draft Combine coming up next week. Cravante, can you believe?
But come on, bring it. Come on, man. That means closer. We're getting deep into the offseason, and before you know it, it'll be September.
Big Raj on social media. What do the people need to do?
Bring your cocoa butter. Bring your whips.
I'm out of here.
Bring your underwear.
I'm out of here.
Because I heard NFL Slave Combine is coming back next week. So you know what that means, baby? That means ninjas are going to be running fast, jumping fast, and all kinds of things is going to happen. But anyways, if you haven't, leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Check out the Flex Zone podcast as we talk wrestling, we talk sports, we talk Ravens football, Commanders football, and other things. So just stay tuned for more. This is what we do.
Yes, check us out. We'll be live the rest of the week tomorrow. NXT, Ricky Starks signs his contract. Wednesday, AEW Dynamite, MJF and Adam Hangman Page face to face. You may not like AEW, but if you like professional wrestling, you like storytelling, then maybe something you want to check out on Wednesday. Two of the best going at it face to face. Then on Thursday, we'll have something, I'm sure. Maryland continues their season. And on Saturday, we may have our first Orioles live stream of the season. We may get some live streams of baseball this year. So spring training is here. So Saturday, that first game, maybe live for that as well. And then we get ready for Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks and the month of March. So it should be fun. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. Flex on One on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And the podcast is on TikTok, Flex On Podcast. Throw your ones up, acknowledge us. Only place, fellas, give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
As Dre mentioned, next week, Mr. McNair talking about his new book, The Legacy of His Son. We'll ask him some Maryland questions, get his opinion maybe on, what they did or didn't do as well. So we'll get his opinion on that also. And we will then, from there, be closer to Dre WrestleMania. We're in the midst of it. So busy time coming up. For Dre, for Cravante, for Roger, and God's favorite host, yours truly, we'll be back live tomorrow with NXT. We got more free agency videos. Check out all the videos. I've been breaking down all the major topics of free agency. I'm coming at you hot and heavy. We got something for you every day. So we got content for you every day of the week. More rumors, more trade scenarios. We'll talk about some other people. Looks like Joey Bosa, Cravante, they're not bringing him back. We talked about T. Higgins may get franchise tag. We'll see how it plays out. Khalil Mack, free agent as well. So a lot of movement. Man, that first day of free agency, man, that's going to be a crazy day.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah. I may have to go live just to catch everything that's going to happen. Yeah,
just to keep up. Oh man, the Commanders going to be up in the thing. It's going to be exciting. I unfortunately, I don't think Myles Garrett is going to be a part of it though.
I know one team that's not going to be in it. The Ravens.
Baltimore.
They never are in the first day anyway. Maybe day 3 will be there.
We're putting the kids to bed. We'll see you tomorrow for NXT. Ricky Starks signs his contract. Pretty much everything you want right here on the Flex On Podcast. Only place, fellas, give me sports how you want it.
When you need it.
On the road to 3K. Hop on. It's going to be a fun ride. Already off to the best year of the podcast history, and each month getting better and better. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow for NXT right here on the Flex On Podcast. Peace.
Peace.